Hi, friends. Welcome back to Absolutely Insane.
We're so excited to be here today. Go figure, as always. So, you know how we're going to start today's episode.
Peace in our pits, baby.
Peace in our pits, babe. So, let's start. Don't we usually start on like.
We start with the pits.
Yeah, I think this is like
Yeah.
good that way.
Yeah.
It's a little better.
So, what's your pit?
My pit of the week is very minuscule, but if you know me, you know I love my nails and I just got them done. And this never happens, but it chipped. Like just the edge of it, you know what I mean? Like
I hate
literally just a little
that.
piece.
Let me see.
Yeah. I mean, you can't
Uh,
super tell, like
super tough,
super,
but you
I mean,
can.
you can kind of tell, but like not when it's like far
I didn't
away.
even notice.
Yeah, no, it's not like the whole nail and it didn't hurt. It just
Yeah.
like clipped when I was at work. So
Yeah.
it's funny I said clipped and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what happened.
That sucks. That's like, I hate that. I hate when anything
Yeah.
happens to my nails.
I mean, it would be different. I had like just kind of gotten them done though, so but it's nobody. It was just
Yeah.
like my
Yeah, like
desk's
it makes
fault.
sense when it's like 2, 3 weeks in, but when you just got a fresh
Yeah,
cut, it
I
kind
was
of
like
like,
sick, cool,
I
but
hate
it's not
that.
a big
I
deal.
hate that.
So that's like the worst thing that happened to me. Like I feel like that's my pit of the week. What's your pit? What's your pit?
My pit is okay, so I live in the IE and it gets really hot
Oh,
over there compared to, LA. And so they're starting, like in the summertime when bugs start coming out. Yeah, we
oh,
have like ants in our like a corner of our room by the window.
oh no.
Yeah. So, but we also like we don't want to just use anything because we have cats. So
Yeah.
you need to be careful with like
Oh yeah,
what sprays you
100%.
use and stuff. So we like made our own with like white vinegar. Everything
Oh, oh
everything
yeah.
can be solved with white vinegar.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I started to notice as I'm getting older.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that we're starting to have a little bit of an ant problem, but it'll be
Oh,
fine. It's not a big
yeah.
deal. But
You're like, I'm
that
just
is my
ready for
pit.
winter though.
Yeah, I'm ready for
I feel
winter.
like your pit every week has been like
It's hot.
something to do with the
Something to do with the
summertime.
heat.
So
And it's crazy
she
because
wants winter. That's what she's
right?
saying.
And it's crazy because my birthday's in July and like this is supposed to be my like moment. Although I do love the summer, I just don't like sweating.
Yeah, no, same.
I hate sweating.
Same.
And yeah. Yeah.
What's your peak though?
My peak is that my birthday's coming
Oh
up
yeah.
soon.
It's like super
Yeah,
soon.
it's super soon.
And you're going to
So
Vegas.
yeah, I'm going to
That's
Vegas.
so
My
exciting.
girlfriend and I are gonna go to Vegas
Speaking
for
of
three
heat,
days. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die.
dude, they were like it was like 120 there.
Yeah, it's breaking
I have
records.
family that lives out there. We're in a group chat and they were like, it literally said it was like world record or not world record, like strip
Yeah.
record. It was like 120.
Yeah. I'll be fine though, because we're mainly inside.
Yeah,
Like I can
casino
deal with
pool, it's fine.
walking.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna go to the pool though, because
Um,
there's something about Vegas pools kind of gross me out.
yeah, same. I wonder what it
So,
is.
so I'm
Just
good on
kidding.
that,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to lay out like a lizard,
Yeah. You're like,
not in
I'm trying
Vegas.
to be in the AC with the casinos.
hmm
Mhm.
So I want to go to like the Punk Museum because I know you
Oh,
guys
fun.
went
That was
there,
so
right?
fun. That was
Yeah, I
so
want to
fun.
go there. I want to go watch the
Dude,
RuPaul's Drag Race show.
when we were there, the guy from Ink Master, the guy from Ink
Oh, the
Master.
one with the long hair, the Dave.
No, the mustache guy.
Oh, he works at Elm Street Tattoo.
Yeah, he was there that day.
No way. I
Yeah,
used
he
to
was doing
love
a
Ink
pop up. Like
Master.
they had like a tattoo convention that
I feel
day.
like they always have
It
something
was
going
sick.
on.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
obviously, like we couldn't get anything, but like
Yeah,
super cool.
super
So
cool.
you'll love it
Yeah,
though.
and then
Christina will love it.
we're gonna go to a buffet. I want to go to Taco Bell Cantina. I
Nice.
just want to
You're gonna have a time. You're gonna
yeah.
have so much
And
fun.
Katrina and I have a lot of fun together, just her and I. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to like
Yeah.
go to Vegas. Oh, and I want to go to a tiki bar on my actual
Yes.
birthday. I'm just really excited.
Yeah. I love that for you.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
What's your peak?
My peak of the week. Um, I mean, I did just get my hair done, and that's like,
Good,
that's never a
bitch.
problem. That's always a peak. So I'd have to say shout out Crystal for slaying my
Mhm.
blonding and my extensions. Um, I had like a really like scary like hair experience last year. Just like lost a lot of hair just from like stress and from life and stuff, which has never happened like that extreme. So I took a break from being blonde for a while, and I was like
She
wearing
did. I
wigs.
remember that.
Yeah, and then I was dark for a minute because I was just gave up. I was like, well, I can only be dark. But yeah, she like took her time, and this angel on earth gave me the hair of my dreams because I just love being blonde. If you know me, that's like my home. So yeah, I'm blonde. Like that's
I
definitely my
love your
peak.
blonde hair.
I like it a
I
lot.
feel like I like you light and I like me dark.
Yeah, I feel like it's like perfect too.
Mhm. It's like devil and angel, even though I'm an angel. Everybody's like, "Stop, I'm
That's
just kidding.
hilarious.
No, but yeah, I love it. I love your hair.
Thank
It's
you.
great.
I love your
Crystal
hair.
does a good job.
Yeah, no,
Thanks.
she killed it.
Crystal does my extensions, but
Yeah,
my color, is just black. So
yeah. She's like,
I do want to retone it though. I'm like addicted to
yeah,
toning my
dude.
hair.
She was like, you know, like blonderexia, but with like black hair.
Yeah. I'm
She's
like, I can start to feel
she's like, it looks like a 2N.
because I had red underneath, so I feel
Yeah.
like it's like
No, yeah,
it
it's
takes
super
out
valid.
faster.
That's like
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
Thanks. I feel seen.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Right?
Now that we have our little peek in our pits going on, because you know we got to check in with each other and with you guys, let's get into today's episode, which is cool. It's a little bit different than really anything we've kind of talked about. Of course, everything we talk about ties in one way or another because, you know, that's how we do. But you want to tell them what we're talking about today?
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about hair trends
The
and
evolution of hair trends. You know, how they kind of are like
tied in
to one another. They reoccur consistently. And also, you know, how to, I guess, navigate through consistent changing hair trends throughout the years.
how to stay on trend.
Essentially, literally stay on trend.
How to stay on trend,
Yeah.
because that is super important for you to stay current
Yeah.
with the hair
And
trends.
not fighting it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but we have a whole thing to go over with that today, and we're really excited about it. So
Yeah. So let's jump right in. So, what are some like hair trends that are super popular right now?
So as a creative colorist, I can like speak more to that. I feel like color blocking is still
Was literally that's the first thing I
literally,
said.
I mean, that's not even just in creative color. I feel like it's like can translate into other, but as a creative colorist, color blocking is still huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, and I feel like it's actually been popular for a while. But color blocking is really big right now. And it's awesome because I like love it. And I mean, it literally is like something that I did when I was a teen. And now it's like cool to like see it kind of like modified and like reformed into something new. I feel like, you know, color blocking, or veil placement, that's really big too, which I personally love. Also, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I have been seeing it a lot more frequently, is like scenish hair. And I know that everybody's gonna have opinion about that. Like not everybody likes it, and that's okay. Like I'm used to not everybody liking anything I do, to be quite honest. So but I've been doing so many like coon tails and like scene inspired haircuts and colors, and I literally love it because like for me it's like just super creative and artsy, and I just like love that shit so much.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like color blocking is super trendy right now. I feel like more lived in color is really trendy right now, very popular. I feel like everybody is still wanting to be blonde, is still wanting to have like a vivid color, but it's just in a more
low maintenance
way, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, it's very obvious and apparent that times are a little rough right now for a lot of people, but people still want to look good.
Yeah.
And that's
there's ways
super
to make
valid. Yeah, there's ways to go around it. So yeah, I feel like color blocking is super popular. More like lived in color placements. What else? A lot of like I feel like shags and mullets are really popular right now.
Crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like, and I literally love that. Yeah, I feel like layers and everything is still very current.
Yeah, like
you know
90s
what I mean?
blowouts.
Yes. Oh my God, they're
right
huge.
now.
And I love that. I hope that they stay for a long
Yeah.
time. I mean, personally, of course, my hair's like stick straight right now. I like that because like it's easy for me to do that, but I love like getting that like 90s blow.
Yeah, I recently actually got the overnight blowout, like the rods from TikTok, and I've been using it. Obviously, I have my hair waved out right now, but I normally like do a blowout on myself, and then like not an actual blowout, like I do a faux blowout, and then at night I've been rolling my hair, and then when I take it out, I have so much volume, and I have all these like flippy layers and stuff. I'll link you. They're kind of pricey, but they're worth it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a super popular hair trend right now for sure.
I definitely would say like that's super big in terms of like styling and whatnot. I feel like, can we talk about maybe a little like hot takes, but like what we think is out or what we want to be out? I'll go. I already have a big one.
Okay.
Like thick money pieces. I do not like them. I don't know why I'm like over them. Like super thick. And I'm not talking about like, you know,
we're talking about bold. I feel we're talking about
no.
big.
Like color blocking money piece.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
yes.
Like completely disconnected from the rest of the style. Both creative color and blondie.
It's like when I feel like I don't know, like the one I'm thinking about is like when somebody has a balayage and then it's like, you know, you have your natural root and stuff, and then you
it's
have
super
like
lived in and blended
thick like
to the scalp.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I hate it.
No,
No, same. Okay, so I thought
hate
it was
it. I'm
just
sorry.
me. I just feel like it's contradicting to the rest of the style. It's like, are you
There's no
LinkedIn?
flow.
Are you high maintenance? Are you low maintenance? Are you high maintenance? Like, I feel like it had a time when it was like cool. Cause I mean, girl, there's pictures of me. Like, I definitely had it. I just like, I think it's one of those things that I feel like did not age well. Like, I think certain styles actually age really well. I personally do not think that that was one of them.
Yeah, I
And you can
agree.
still incorporate, like, I guess in creative color, it can be easier to wear depending on the rest of the hair, but you literally
Yeah,
hit the
you
nail on
have
the
highlights and then you have that super high
it just doesn't
on the scalp
flow.
face frame. It just
Yeah.
doesn't flow. Like sometimes my clients want that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
baby, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
You're not walking out of the
Yeah.
salon like
So
that.
I feel
Like,
like
no.
that's my hot take and like I'm so sorry if I offended anybody, but I just have to like speak my piece. I don't get
Yeah,
that.
I'm not a
I think
fan.
I'm just over it.
I'm not a
Yeah.
fan.
Because like there's some trends that kind of like I said have like an ebb and flow and that like they kind of have their place and purpose. I feel like that one like I'm happy it died out. Um, but that was me. So like I'm allowed to speak on it because I had it. It's not like I've never had it and I'm just hating. Like no, I had it and I look back and I'm like, girl,
I've never
what,
had it.
why, who, for what? Anyways,
Oh,
is there anything else?
yeah, I have a hot take
Okay,
too.
give it. I love hot takes.
I feel like this is gonna be a little controversial.
Here we go.
And I don't mean
Let me
this
put my
in this,
seatbelt on.
I don't mean this in a sense where I think it's bad because I do these services and I love them.
Mhm.
But I just feel like some people just to have, not everybody, but some people just have to let go of wanting to be a bleach and tone.
Oh yeah. No, 100%.
Like,
Yeah, it's definitely not even is it not for everybody
it's
for
not.
so many different reasons. It also sometimes does have a shelf life for certain people, not for everybody, but not everybody can like wear it consistently. Like you can have your
Yeah.
time. Like for me, I have fine hair and a lot of it, but the fineness of my hair, I shed a lot easier. So I can't be a bleach and tone for, more than a
Years.
year
Yeah.
honestly at a time because my hair just can't handle it or a
Yeah.
bleach and tone and extensions like I think there's certain hair types like that's where I think I could like
Yeah.
cut that up is like there's certain hair types that I think that are easier to maintain that and also certain hair levels that are
Yeah.
easier to maintain that but
I agree. I feel like,
you have to know when it's your time though
yeah. And,
and if you don't know we'll tell you.
yeah. And if we tell you, please listen.
Yeah, I think that that's important. Like, we're not here to just like ruin your day. We love bleach and tones. Aesthetically,
Yeah, I
my
like bleach and
favorite
tones.
bleach and tones are my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, if it's not
But it's true.
happening,
I have clients that like have been a bleach and tone for a couple of years and their hair is fine. But then I have other clients who have been a bleach and tone for like 6, 7 months and it's just
yeah,
not working out,
yeah.
Dude, it just it like you said, it falls back into so many things like hair texture, how often you're coming in,
Yeah.
like how you're even taking it
How they're doing it at home.
home
Yeah.
with
Honestly,
hair.
what's going on in their life. Like I said, I was a bleach and tone when I went through all of that stress and I lost
Hmm.
so much hair. So I literally cold turkey quit bleach and tones because I was like, oh, it has to be to do with this.
Yeah.
No, 7 months later, like it was still very much like my stress in my life. But imagine if I continued that. I
Yeah.
would have literally been bald.
And your hormones too have a
Yeah.
lot to
Man, there's so many things that go into it.
so many.
It's really important to educate, you know, I feel like this is probably also maybe a hot take, but like I stand by this and I talk about it in every class I teach. I feel like it's a hot take that's important though. It is our job to educate our clients. Like I think it's also our job to explain to them why. Like if somebody's telling me no, I want to know a reason. Not because I don't believe them, but because I feel like it's great to inform people as to why, what the risks are, what the benefits are. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel
I
like it's so
agree.
important to like communicate with our clients when we're like, no, we don't want to do that, or we can't do that, or you shouldn't do that. It's like, this is why. And I feel like that just comes down to like a matter of trust and their comfortability and confidence in us. You know what I mean?
And sometimes I feel like it could literally be so simple as in like your hair is gonna break off.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's so important,
Yeah.
but and it's not their job to know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you said, it's our job to
Exactly.
educate them.
Exactly.
So like to you, it could be like, oh my God, why are they asking that? But it's
Yeah.
like some people don't know,
Yeah.
and it's so true. We have to educate our clients.
It also kind of weeds out the clients that maybe are not for us. So like if I have a client who is a bleach and tone and their hair needs to like stop being a bleach and tone and I tell them like, hey, your hair is not strong enough to like handle this, blah blah blah, and they're like, we'll do it anyways, or or they
Red
like don't
flag.
or they don't just me like I don't want that, like I tell everybody who sits in my chair, models included. I just had a new model last week and I told her, I said, hey, she had like a lot going on with her hair, and so before I did anything, I said, I will only do your hair if you understand that your hair health and integrity means more to me than anything. So like if there's something you want to do, I'm not going to do it just for the sake of it being done the way we want so we can take a cool picture. Like if your hair doesn't look healthy, doesn't feel healthy, isn't healthy, there's no point in doing it. You know what I mean? I've always said there's no point in being blonde if your hair is laying on the ground. Like
it's not worth it, you
no,
guys.
it's not. So
worth
unless it's a
it.
trim, then that's
Yeah.
but yeah, so I just feel like that's really important to be able to communicate that with your clients and have clients who are receptive to hearing it.
Yeah. True.
So, well, we went heavy on that part,
Yeah.
but
So I'm curious if anybody has any other hot takes because
we love.
I love hot takes.
We
I love
do.
unpopular opinions.
Yeah, she does.
I
She'll randomly ask
love
about them.
unpopular opinions.
We would love to know some of your guys' unpopular opinions or hot
Yeah.
takes too, or maybe some trends that you're just like, gotta go.
What's another trend that I feel like I want that
To
I really
leave.
care for? Oh, I said yeah, bleaching tones.
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
not all bleaching tones. Let me
yeah,
clarify.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Bleach and tones that are not for clients who should be bleach and tone anymore. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, mine's definitely just that money piece. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not even the money piece, like the color block, like thick as heck. Like,
other than that, I don't really have an issue with anything
yeah.
else.
I mean, I love being weird and creative and different. I don't know, something about that just gives me the ick, you know? Just like tickles the wrong part.
It's just really only like how we talked about it, like on highlights and like when it just doesn't
Yeah.
flow,
Yeah.
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
So, what are some trends that you either predict seeing in the near future, or maybe want to see in the near future? Like either make a comeback or just kind of like stay, you know what I mean?
I really hope that color blocks stay
Yeah.
for a long time. I personally love color blocking.
Yeah.
I mean, like Kimberly had said earlier, like there's so many like different styles that are even outside of vivid color that are color blocking.
Yeah.
You know what I
Coppers
mean?
are a really cool color block.
Mhm.
I've seen like a lot of copper brunette or copper like, almost like black with like I just love it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I love color blocking and I hope it never ever 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 goes away.
Yeah.
And I just love seeing everybody. I've been loving the trends too of people, yeah, doing more scene emo hair.
Yeah.
And
Love
those
that.
color blocking are just like out of this world, you
Yeah.
know? Sometimes the color combos that people come up with
Yeah.
and like you see and you do are just like so fucking
Yeah, they're so sick, dude.
yeah. I think color blocking, like color
Yeah.
blocking has my heart.
Yeah.
And face frames. I know
Yeah.
not the face frames that Kimberly was talking about.
No, no, no,
I
no. Yours are
love
really
face
soft,
frames.
subtle, and blended. Like that's way different.
I love a good
Yeah.
face frame. Like I love having like a blended but very bold face frame. Like
Yeah.
that is just like my like.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
yours are so elegant to look at.
thank
You know what I
you.
mean?
Thank
Like
you.
they're definitely a different type.
But yeah,
That's
no.
the standard.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was extreme.
Just kidding.
But
No,
that
but and I feel like another hair trend that I want to see soon is hmm, people wanting more color. I feel like I
Yeah.
have clients that want color, but I
Yeah,
feel like
you're right.
people just want, I feel like lately I've just been seeing a lot of just like warm colors.
Yeah.
And I feel like I want like I don't know, I feel like I guess I want bolder color combos to
Yeah.
be like more trendy. So
Yeah. Definitely same. I feel like I I definitely just want more color. I think that like having more color
right. Do
including
you remember the time where like people were super into like rainbow hair
Yeah.
and like, you
I
know,
like that, but like I want a refined version of it.
yeah, yeah,
I know that's
fine version
super
of it.
weird, but even that I can kind of get like a little sometimes just because like
Yeah.
we see like the same things over and over again. So I really would like to see like I guess new
More
version,
elevated versions
yeah,
of
new
it.
versions of that I think would be really, really sick. Uh I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot that you could do with it.
Yeah.
So
I really am enjoying though, like the wave of like just creative colorists, like really like being out there and like showing up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm really digging that
yeah,
on social media.
I'm definitely digging that.
Yeah. I'm really into seeing a lot of natural hairstylists diving their feet
Yeah.
into more like creative color.
That actually brings me to something that I have been enjoying a little bit more and like enjoyed seeing is the, I guess, crossover of them together, like seeing like naturals with vivids more, and incorporating them like in a really soft way, and like not even in a crazy way, just like really subtly. But like I think that that's always a vibe, and it's always like a nice way to get into, vivid coloring. So
I agree.
yeah,
I guess yeah, you're right. Like the incorporation of just like natural and
yeah,
more vivid color.
yeah.
That's been really cool. I've been digging that, and I hope that
What's your
stays.
take on coppers?
I love coppers.
Yeah, I love coppers.
When I first started doing coppers though, I like hated coppers just because I was making everybody super hot at the root, and
Yeah,
it was just hard.
it's hard to navigate
It
that.
was it's just it okay. It's hard to do a natural copper.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But with a lot of practice and like taking like classes and stuff, I like coppers. I love reds and coppers. I feel like they're really like I have like a good amount of my clientele are coppers and
yeah,
reds. So I love them.
yeah. I love them too.
I love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love them. I love the way that they look. They're very like super aesthetically pleasing. I feel like there's so many different ways to create a copper. That's what I think is so cool, is that there's so many different tones and shades
So
of
many.
all that kind of stuff.
And Pravana makes
Yeah.
it, but I feel like
What's
Pravana
your
makes
take?
really good coppers.
Oh yeah, Pravana.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my favorite currently is their Hydroglass 7CR. I literally could just like put that on just by itself, and it's like
I'm obsessed
it's
with,
super. I mean, maybe that's a creative color to me because I'm like it's super bright. It's like borderline,
but it's still
but it's still
copper.
It's still copper.
My favorite right now is Pravana Chroma Silk in a little bit of 7CG, a little bit of 7CC, a little bit of 7N to balance everything, and a little bit of like 6CR. I love it.
It's just
like
formula drop, guys.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
What were
I
you gonna say?
literally used to think that that song was elevate, 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 elevate.
Oh my gosh.
Sound like it?
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of.
It kind of does.
I don't like
Maybe you
the
listen
bit,
to
so
it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah. No offense if you're listening. Come on,
Okay.
What were you saying?
No offense if she's listening to our podcast. Not me saying that about Alana and what's her name?
Oh,
We be thinking like celebrities. We're manifesting.
We're manifesting.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, yeah, just in case, Beyonce's listening to our podcast, like we love you, girl. Dude, Gary Vee actually DM'd me and like and I thought it was fake at first, and then I got a DM from it was his actual page though. And he's super great. If you don't know him, you should listen to him. He's just like, yeah, just awesome. But he wrote me on Instagram, like, because I reposted something, and it was his actual page, like for sure. And then they like had a group chat of one of his like employees that like offered me 2 free tickets to Gary Vee Con, which is like in July. What the heck? So speaking of like celebrities actually like listening, I was like, wait, I actually have had a message from
Hey, Gary Vee.
Hey Gary, he's on this. Oh my gosh. No, but he's great, and I think that you
I love
really
it.
like it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna like look into that, and if it is legitimate, then we should go.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun, and we'll let
Yeah.
you guys know how fun it is. So
Yeah.
it's local. You should come too.
Yeah. Click the link in the bio for tickets to buy now.
Comment Gary Vee down below. Oh my God, none of this is being in our like promotional
no.
era.
Yeah, we're in a promotional era.
Yeah, that's
So
hilarious.
we're accepting sponsors right now. Hey,
We
Gary.
might have. I know. I was gonna say we might have one. No, I'm just kidding.
Not sponsored.
First season, you'd be like, "Let me tell you guys how to run your podcast." On track. Coppers are definitely a vibe. I feel like there's so many different like variations of it, and I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you gave us a really sick formulation.
Yeah,
So
be good. It's one of my faves.
try it out. But yeah, so I'd say that those are like some of my favorite things, and some of my not so favorite things. You know what I mean?
What's the hair trend?
What?
What's the hair trend that you like want to see more of, or that you like right now and you want it to stay?
Color blocking is always like a big thing for me, and I love and I don't even know if this is a hair trend or if it's like a me trend. Like it's just something I do, which I want to continue to do because I really enjoy it. Is I really like having super sleek straight hair, and I honestly wish more Vivid artists would do that because I feel like it kind of like I don't know, it's just like it's different than what most Vivid artists do. A lot of Vivid artists, it does give. And I think with the photography that I do, it gives the most. Like when I'm shooting movement shots, it like straight hair versus curly hair versus wavy hair. I don't mean like curly hair. I mean like, when you curl the hair, it hits a little different. So that's why I personally like it. I get a lot more movement out of it, a lot more motion. So I would like to see more of that if I'm being honest. I also think that a lot of hairstylists, you know, there's like this stigma around like hairstylists, like if they curl their hair, it's because it doesn't look good. It's like I want to show y'all that it does, and like
The
I
blends be
the blends be
blending.
blending, and like I want y'all to see it. And so
Mhm.
I really encourage any Vivid artists in here to maybe like do a little bit more like straight hair, like you know, try
Mhm.
something different. That's what trend I want to see is just people being different than what they are, trying new things, like getting yourself out there, which is a great, honestly, like segue into another conversation we want to have, which is about how you stay on top of trends and how you stay like, you know, I guess current with the ever flowing,
Changing,
yeah, ever
ever
change,
flowing.
yeah, ever
Yeah.
changing, ever flowing like trends that, you know, go on. So I feel like it's really important to
It's
like
really
step
important.
outside of the box and, you know, try new things and don't be like, I need to do it this way because this is the way I've always done it. Like that is a horrible
No,
idea. Do
you don't
not do that
grow.
as an artist. You will never grow. And whether it be clientele that you want to keep or if
Yeah,
it be like, you know, where you want to be on social, you will fall behind
yeah,
because if people are like keeping up with something that you're not, like it's okay to stay true to who you are as an artist, but be open.
yeah.
Like for,
I agree.
for
And referring back to like an older episode, like, us talking about stepping out of your box.
yeah.
Step out of that box, bitch.
Step out of the box, leave that
Grow.
box behind. Bye.
Yeah, that box is soggy
Yeah,
in a
but
way.
we don't gotta be respectful of the box.
Yeah,
It's a purpose, but we gotta like put that box, you know, in the garage
yeah.
and
It's
like
not soggy then, I'm sorry.
yeah. We gotta like put that box away because like you know our
Get a
box
bigger
is how we
box.
got like you know how we started, but we gotta like dude us
I'll
and
get
our
a bigger box.
metaphors. We're like yeah that soggy ass box, but
Okay, guys, sorry.
no,
So,
it's okay. But that's true. Like I feel like it's important like to just try something different than what
yeah,
you're used to doing because
definitely.
that's what trends are. Like don't be like okay I gave them that thick ass money piece a chance right like I didn't just say no it's ugly like no I was like okay this is what's popping this is what's popular so guess what
Yeah,
we did a whole bunch of those and it's okay to be like okay well I tried that you know the direction's now going here if you still like it hold on to it that's great but if something new comes out try that too you know what I mean I think that
yeah,
that's the point we're trying to make is like always try not to stay relevant, but to stay current in your business and your brand. I feel like that's the important part.
period,
And also in your skill set. Like, do you know how good it
period.
feels to be like, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, I can do this.
Because if not, you're honestly you're turning down money
Yeah,
and
and
business
opportunities. And
and
you
opportunities.
don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
Period.
So if you stay educated.
I want to add on to this, say a little story time.
Okay, story time.
So I have like, we have like hair models that we do their hair for
Mhm.
content and stuff. And so I had one, her name's Ashley. If you're listening, Ashley, I love you. She's
Ashley,
awesome.
she is awesome.
And so I was doing super fun, cool placements on her. Like I had her hair like silver for a long time, and she took really good care of her hair. And anyways, she's amazing. And so she decided to give her hair a break, so we went dark, and then
Yeah.
we just did like a face frame.
Yeah.
And so now I'm looking for more models, and I did a model call, and I had a lot of girls hitting me up, which I was grateful for. I
Yeah.
think I got like 20 girls hitting me up.
That's awesome.
And but like thank God because
Yeah.
now I have more to like, sort through and
Yeah.
look through. And so I hit up all the girls that like met the requirements,
Mhm.
but a lot of girls were sending me and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That this one color combo that I'm just over. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, been there, done that, seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Let's next it,
Yeah.
Um that baby pink face frame
Oh
with
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Merlot wine
Yeah.
color burgundy hair.
Yeah.
Like
You get
it
a lot of those
yeah,
too.
it was a vibe and I was here for it and I loved it and it served its purpose,
Yeah, exactly.
But I was getting a lot of those and I was just like, man, like I was almost like, okay, like I guess I'll, play around and do it. But then I'm like, I feel like it's time for me
No.
to elevate my brand,
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey, like thank you so much for reaching out, but this is just like what I'm wanting is not aligning with what
Yeah.
you're wanting. So it's just not gonna work out. But thank you so much for reaching out. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Maybe we can, reconnect in the future.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Or you can book an
man,
appointment.
yeah, or you can book an appointment, I'll do it
Yeah.
for you. But yeah, I feel like that right now
Yeah.
is yeah.
It's just like a lot of clients don't really want to do something different and that's fine. Like this is the thing too. There's probably so many people listening who are like, that's what my client wants. How can I do something different? It's like,
Mhm.
um, you know, there's two sides of it. Maybe your clients come in and they want something that's trending that you're not familiar with, which is why it's important to stay informed
Mm-hmm.
and educated. There's the other side to it where your clients really just want the same old, but you're kind of like, I want to learn more, but my
Mm-hmm.
clients don't. Like models, doll heads, wigs. There's so many different avenues that you can take to do that. So I feel like it's important when finding a model that you know, you do something that they're comfortable with, but you also
Yeah.
have the creative freedom to explore, you
Mm-hmm.
know? That's all what my models are is like,
Yeah.
um, you know, I'm not gonna have a model and then like choose exactly what they're getting done if it doesn't vibe with what I'm trying to explore. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And that's
Exactly.
no shade. If that's what they want, I would never want to do something that somebody's not comfortable with,
Of
but
course.
find the right model for that said thing.
That's open.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously the last thing I want to do is like use somebody's hair, do something that they completely
Because then
didn't
they're not
want.
going to represent it
Yeah,
well.
they're not going to represent it well. And you
Yeah.
can just tell when somebody's not rocking it. But luckily, out of those 20 girls, I did find 2 girls.
Yay.
And that's, I'm so excited. We're doing something like we're doing color blocking and some like rainbows type of
Oh, see,
vibe.
that's so cool.
Not like traditional rainbow, but you know, like that type of
Yeah.
realm. So I don't have much of that on my page. So I'm excited to like
See,
step
that's what
into
it's
that
about.
role.
That's what it's
Yeah.
about. I love that for
Yeah,
you.
I'm excited.
I love that.
I'm excited.
I have a story that's a little bit on the other side of it, which is like basically talking about, you know, staying stuck in the same like phase of where you're comfortable as a hairstylist. Um, so I went to beauty school when I was 17 and I was really young. The trends then, I think it was 2011, 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think ombre, like not balayage, ombre, like just came out. So, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
traditional ass ombre. I was like, okay, cool. Like before that it was literally still chunky highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was learning how to like do ombre and oh my God, I ombreed my life away for like 4 or 5 years and then finally like balayage kind of like came out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but when I so long story short, when I went to my first salon, ombre was like a new trend. And yes, a lot of young stylists or fresh out of school stylists, I guess, were practicing that more. I went to a salon, the first salon I worked at, with a lot of like older, more experienced stylists who were still doing like, you know, cap highlights and like and perms and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I would literally sometimes be like ridiculed for like being different or like just I did everything completely different than them
Mm-hmm.
and they almost made me feel bad for like for being different and would be like oh I would never like they would make fun of trends. That's to put it lightly. They would literally make
Yeah.
fun of trends and how it's never going to last. And yeah, maybe they're right, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to try and explore that if that's what is current. And what if that takes off and that's the best thing and now you're the best in the world at it? You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's really important to
Mm-hmm.
just trust yourself and if that's where you want to go in your business, like teach yourself to learn because I can guarantee you that those stylists who I'm sure are still working at the same place doing the same thing, like they never really followed any of the trends that happened in the last 10 years that I haven't worked there. And so I told myself, I will never be that person. I will never make someone else feel bad for trying something new and different. I will never make myself feel bad for trying something new and different, even if I end up not loving it. At least I gave it a shot and I tried my best to be my best in my career. You know
It's
what I
so
mean?
true.
Yeah.
So true. And it's nice that you think that you like think that way because some
Yeah.
people don't. A lot of people don't. And it's funny because like people that are like that, I'm
Mhm.
sure people that treated you like that
Yeah.
then later realize that it was a trend and everybody that's doing it isn't
Yeah.
their bag and they're missing out on that.
Well,
Now they're
honestly,
salty
the
and
great.
then they're like
Mhm.
trying to catch up and doing the same
Yeah.
thing they made fun of you for.
Yeah. They're either trying to catch up or they just literally do not care. And like honestly, that's none of my business. Like I
Yeah.
thought about it that way. I was like, if they really do not care, the first important thing was for me to remove myself. I don't want to
Mhm.
be around anybody who's making me feel bad about doing something. Like they also kind of like I never spill tea, but they also were kind of like making me feel bad for being in photography. I remember I was like filming, I was taking pictures. I even like asked the owner if I could like have a little area in the salon to take pictures because I saw a lot of my favorite artists were using backdrops. So I like did the most, guys, and like any money I made extra, I was like, how do I make my job better? How do I do better? And yeah, so I was in there with my tripod and everything recording. And I was even made fun of for that. And you know, I don't toot my own horn very often, but look where I am on social media. And so I think about that all the time. If I would have let somebody who like wasn't willing to grow stop me from growing, imagine where I'd be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true. And you know, there's one thing I feel like I'm starting to, well, not that I'm starting to, but I've been learning and been like realizing is that like somebody else's opinion does not matter.
No,
Like
they're not you.
it's not that it doesn't matter. Somebody else's opinion isn't your business.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I feel like that flows better.
Yeah.
It isn't your business unless they literally sit you down and are like, "Hey, I don't like you."
Yeah.
You know, like it's
Honestly, and
not your
even then,
business. Even then, it's not.
it's if there's somebody you love, if they're
Yeah.
giving you some advice or opinion because they love you, that is different. But if it's
Yes,
somebody
it's
who's
different.
irrelevant to you, your life, your growth, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, it's so much easier said than done. But like, if there is one thing that I could recommend you guys like practicing is just like not giving a shit what anybody else thinks of you or your choices if you feel like you're making the right choice, if you feel happy, if you see success from it, if you see like positivity from it, who cares? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And like,
I left there and I
yeah.
honestly never ever look back. And I have honestly love and respect for, anybody I've met who hasn't treated me, I guess, like intentionally hurtful. They just maybe that was what they knew. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So I always hope that everybody has a chance to grow, but I can't stand people who make people feel bad for wanting to be different
Yeah.
than what they think is right, you know?
Yeah. To accommodating with the hair trends and like growing and learning and exploring outside of their norm. Like I feel like like right now I'm kind of like not stuck. I don't want to say I'm stuck, but like kind of more in like the behind the chair realm, like
Yeah.
where I'm like just kind of doing balayaging like my life away, and I get to do fun stuff which
Yeah.
I love, I'm glad I attract that clientele.
Yeah.
But I'm like ready to step out of my little box
Yeah.
and like start working on other stuff that I feel like fulfill me more creatively. And I'm excited for that next chapter too. I've already kind of started dipping my feet in, but I'm excited for that next chapter, because I know it's gonna be good and I'm gonna attract more people that are into that. And I know there's gonna be some people who don't really fuck with it,
Yeah.
but that's fine. Like
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
you gotta accept that as early on as possible. Like,
Yeah.
I still have people like tell me who will like kind of backwards compliment my work. They're like, oh, it's really great. It's just like not my taste. Or like, it'd be really great if it was like a little less or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I just really do not care,
Yeah. No.
Or like on social, like I really just don't even really care as much about what does good anymore in comparison to what feels good for me and also for the brands I work with. That's important to me too. But I can confidently say I only work with brands who support me as an
Mhm.
artist and how I want to represent myself, because
And who show up and love it and like
exactly.
genuinely back it,
Yeah. Like there's one thing about me, I will not work with brands that are like, you need to post it just like this and do this and this and that. I'm like, that's not why I have a following. That's not the community that I've like attracted, Like I want to be myself in every single possible way that I can because it is exhausting to pretend to be anything other than you. You know what I
100%.
mean? So I feel like, yeah, you kind of just have to not give a fuck. That's like the best way to put it. You kind of just
To
have to
keep
really
going.
not even not give a fuck. Give a fuck about the right things and
Mhm.
don't give a fuck about the things that, really
That
don't
just aren't your
mean anything to
business.
you. Yeah,
That just aren't your
exactly.
business.
So
I love that.
I love it
I
too.
love this little combo we just had.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you,
Okay.
like, what is like the next, like, I don't want to say hair trend, but I guess next step you want to go into, like, with your career, like talking about like a like not a hair trend, but like a hairstyle or something you normally don't do, but you kind of want to dive in and kind of like
Okay.
not specialize in it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does it have to be like specifically? I mean, like it's hair related, but like it's kind of like a genre more so. Does that make
What do
sense?
you mean?
So what I mean is like I really want to get into like editorial and avant-garde.
Yes,
So
exactly.
like that's kind of like the direction that I'd like to head. I got a lot of like work to do. Editorial, I think like I'm a little bit closer to that than I am avant-garde, but
Hmm.
that's something I'd want to explore. Like some
Yeah.
really crazy off the wall, like abstract stuff. Like I think that that's really interesting. So it's not like I love that we kind of are in different places. We both
Hmm.
have like lived the same, but we're just like at a different point in it.
Hmm.
And I love that because I feel like one, it's like really good for us, but also we can kind of like deliver a different perspective. Because
Hmm.
I'm pretty far removed from working behind the chair as much as you.
Hmm.
And I love that that's like a totally different perspective. I think it's so important to like know that there is like, a difference and there's like there kind of can be translated in both ways, So for me, it's like if I was like behind the chair like I was like years ago, I'd probably be like, like Pixies or something like
Hmm.
that. But I feel like for me, it's more of like a style of like um how I want to present myself as an artist. And I'd really like to be like editorial avant-garde. I'd like to get into like commercial
I love that.
hair, commercial photography. I think that stuff is like really cool. So
I
if we're
love
talking about behind the chair, I really want to dive deeper into extensions, because I still do work behind the chair. But yeah, I really,
But yeah, that's your other
yeah,
passion too,
there's two
So
of
yeah,
them,
there's
pretty much, yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, they like they correlate, they kind of like go together, but they are like a little bit different,
Yeah.
and I think that it's cool to have that. It's so weird to
I love that.
say
And you
that.
know what? The behind the chair goal,
Yeah.
in extensions, that is like ties in perfectly too though for
Well,
editorial
yeah.
avant-garde.
Yeah,
Like,
you're actually
you
not
know what
wrong.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like it's hand in hand. So
Yeah.
I love that for you. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing, and I think you
Thank
should focus
you. I
on
really
it.
appreciate that.
You should dive deep in it,
I'm gonna dive right out that diving board. I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump right in.
Jump right in,
Yeah.
girl. I love it.
Not even gonna think.
Yeah.
I don't know why I started getting country at the end.
Me
Yeah. Anyways, that was a really good question.
Yeah.
I'm curious what would be yours? Both, you can speak both from the behind the chair perspective and also the new direction that you're kind of like trying to enter into.
Okay, okay.
They don't have to correlate because you're kind of like,
Yeah.
if they correlate, great.
I'm in a
But
transitioning period right
okay,
now.
I love it.
So I think for me right now is hair cutting. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a huge hair cutting has always been a staple, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like more now than ever, I feel like it's coming back. Like hair cutting
Oh
in
yeah.
the Vidal Sassoon era was like everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a minute, like hair cutting was still the shit, but it was like more focused on color.
Yeah, you're so right.
And I feel like right now it's like cutting. And so I really want to be a cutter, you
Yeah,
guys.
that's a trend we actually did not mention at all. Pretty much. Like
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about curtains,
A
but
little
like
bit about it.
no,
Yeah.
you're so right. Hair cutting in general, not
Yeah.
even like specific style, is just big.
Yeah.
I love that.
I want to get into razor cutting. Like I've always been more of like
Yes.
just a colorist, but I really want to tune in and like explore like cutting. I feel
Yeah.
like it's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's a
And
great
imagine doing
idea.
like a super because sometimes I feel like I love doing color. Not the super,
Yeah.
I know I love doing color,
Yeah.
but then I'm like, man, this would be even
So
fucking cooler
good.
with the fucking cool
Facts.
haircut.
Facts.
So yeah, that's kind of like the direction I want to head
I
towards.
love
Like
that.
creatively and behind the chair.
Yeah. Well,
And,
they
you
they
know,
definitely can both be
yeah. Like
like
for behind the
exist.
chair, like I'm like, man, if I could do like 4 haircuts in one day, boom, balayage price. Like
Yeah.
it's like I did a balayage without
Yeah.
the product
Yeah.
cost, the
So valid.
the hard work on your
Yeah.
back and your
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to really dive into
I love that.
hair
I would
cutting.
literally take some haircutting classes with you. I just like going to
Yeah.
classes,
Yeah.
but I want to like take some like very unique, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I'm taking one soon.
Yeah, I love it. Well, sign
Yeah.
me up. I want to go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Speaking of haircuts and trends and stuff, my favorite is like I think Japan probably has my favorite style of like cutting. You know what I mean? Like where the jellyfish like haircut started, but just like those super disconnected, like very like kind of crazy. I love that stuff. And like honestly, that kind of can correlate to like um learning the editorial commercial kind of stuff. I don't want to be like a traditional like commercial like editorial artist. I want to like bring a little flavor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's kind of like my goal in life is to like
Yeah.
bring everything I've learned as a vivid artist and like creative artist and like be like, let's make it Vogue.
Yeah.
You know what I
let's,
mean?
Let's like add a little spice.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
my gosh, that's so funny. We were at a shoot, Aria Bear and I,
Mhm.
and Aria was wearing like a brunette wig. Oh, and then I was talking to them about the shoot that I'm doing with Ronald soon. Shout out
Oh, okay,
Ronald.
okay.
Oh my God, I cannot
That's
literally
like in a couple
wait.
weeks.
Can't wait to, yeah. So yeah, the video that I'm gonna be doing with Ronald is like coming up, and I'm gonna actually like present it for the first time live at Rise, and then I'll probably upload it. So I'm really excited
I can't
for
wait
it.
to see it. I'm so sad I'm not gonna be there,
I
but
know. Well, you're gonna be at Rise,
yeah, I'll
so
be at Rice.
you'll still be there in spirit at
Yeah.
the shoot. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, you'll be at Rise, and we'll be able to like show this like really insane video and this concept that I've kind of like put together with Ronald and actually Marino, our friend from Florida, he's coming out too. I
Nice.
seriously am so grateful that I have these people putting this really incredible concept. So, um, if you go to Rise, you're gonna get an exclusive look at it, and I literally cannot wait to put it out there. So yeah, I'm excited
See
for
you
that.
at Rise.
See you at Rise.
You better be there.
If you're not there,
Then
you better be.
you better be.
So I was talking to Aria and Bear, and we were talking about the concept for the video I'm doing with Ronald, and I was like telling them, oh yeah, like Aria, Ruby, and Bear are all gonna have different vibes, blah blah blah, and they're like, it's kind of like the Powerpuff Girls. And I was like, oh my God, they're like, you're like the professor. And I was like, yeah, it literally is like sugar and spice and everything nice. And it's like, I kind of do have like if you think about it, so we were like dissecting who's who. I was like, okay, Ruby's Bubbles, like easy. Bear would be Blossom, and then Arya is Buttercup.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
No.
Yeah, Buttercup's
green one, right?
Buttercup's the kind of like
The
hard
green
one,
one,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's definitely Arya.
Yeah.
Bubbles is 100% Ruby.
Ruby.
And then yeah, Blossom's kind of like, you know, the I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm like, I am the professor.
Mhm.
So I love that for me. I mean, like, but I love to look
I love
like
that because it's
Buttercup
true.
girl. Yeah.
Like it, like you know, makes sense.
But it's just funny because those are like my three like girls that like I
Sugar
work with.
spice
Like,
everything.
yeah. So I was
They are
like,
your girls.
girl, that's a concept right there. I'm gonna do a shoot.
I love it.
That was actually so good.
I love it.
I love it. So it's really cool to kind of like talk about all the different trends that are happening currently, all the different trends that like can potentially happen that we want to see happen. You know, I think it's cool to think about when we talk about, I guess, staying consistent with the ever changing trends happening. Literally every trend resurfaces. Like those mom jeans we used to make fun of, American Eagle 101. Like that's literally all they got. Like super high rise flare jeans. Like I'm talking about fashion, but like does not everything literally just like sorry, everything literally comes back around.
Everything does.
And so when it comes to hair cutting, mullets. People used to make fun of mullets all the time. Now it's just like a super sexy mod version, but they're popular. You know what I mean?
Like
it's just
bold
cool.
cuts.
Yeah.
Like having a simple color,
Even
but having a
perms.
cool cut. Perms are so popular.
Yeah.
One of the girls at our salon, our friend Andrea, she does perms
all
like
the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
They're so popular right now.
And that's what I'm saying is like we used to like make fun of like oh my God, I would never get a
Perm.
Now it's like perms are literally popular.
And she brought her back because she's
Yeah.
like one of the only girls at the salon that does perms.
Yeah, I get asked about perms and I'm like,
like,
to be honest, it's just been so long since I've done them. Oh, maybe I should take my own advice. I'm like, I just can't. I like, ooh.
now give a wig a perm.
Huh?
Give a wig a perm.
Ooh. I'm gonna give a wig a perm. That's gonna be so many ideas. But yeah, I feel like I just need to get comfortable with doing them again because I just don't want to offer anything as service until I am comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's important to make sure you're not just doing it because you're like, oh, it's cool, let me try. It's like, nah, get some practice in, take a class, all that.
Like if you don't feel comfortable doing something, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like maybe practice first and then be open doing
education. Always take class, and I'm not talking about going and pay for a big class in person if you can't afford it. Online. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of educators.
Free education.
Yeah, who are great
YouTube,
educators. Yeah, and
Instagram,
actually
TikTok.
put their content out there. So just make sure that you guys are following people who are like actually giving you some information about how to be.
We have so many resources now. It's awesome.
We love it. Love it. I love it.
You know what? Talking about that really quick.
Yeah.
There's like this TikTok that I saw that was like a little TikTok bit where it was like, oh, do you mind if I listen to some headphones while I work on you? And then they're like, oh, the client's like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah. And then the stylist puts on the headphones and it says, how to balayage.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's so
dude, can
funny.
you please find that and send it to me?
I see a couple of people do
Oh my God, that's so funny, dude. Wow, I love that. It's hilarious. They're gonna be like in the video like,
yeah, it's so funny. It reminded me of that.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Yeah, today's episode was so fun.
It was fun. We went on a few little tangents, but you know what?
Hey, that's what we do.
It is what it is.
It would not be an absolutely insane podcast episode without it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As always, please don't forget to give this a like, subscribe, comment
down below.
And yeah, if you have any input, if you have any hot takes, any trends, anything you want to add to this, please always know that our DMs are always open and so is our comment section, okay?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye.